This is Valentina, and in this video I'll show you how to draft a perfect sleeve using only your bust measurement. Using the point at distance and angle tool, I draw a line going down that's equal to your sleeve length. In this case, I am going to draw a sleeve length which is 20 centimeters. As I'm using centimeters, then you click apply and OK. And then I'm going to fit that into my page. I showed you how to do that. Zoom to fit. And you can move this where it's more comfortable for you to work. Next tool, point of distance along a line tool. I'm going to click onto the A and to A1. Type in here the cap height. Now my cap height is going to be 92 centimeters, which is my bust, and I'm going to divide it by 12 plus 0.5, and I'm going to click apply and OK. This is now your bicep line. Okay, the point of distance at angle tool, I'm going to draw a line going across, and that will be my bicep line, and that will be equal to my bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 for allowance. And then I'm going to press OK. As you can see, it changed to 16 centimeters. I'm going to press OK and apply. Now, the distance between this point and the bicep line will be your cap height. Line tool, line. I'm going to draw a line from here to that point. Point at distance along line, and I'm going to select this line here. And now I'm going to divide that line, that is the A to the A3 line. You select your length of line A to A3, and I'm going to divide it by 3. Apply and OK. Now you see that created a point along this line. And next I'm going to use the same tool, and I'm going to select that point and that point, and I'm going to divide it by 2. So that will be A4 to A3. And you select the length of lines A4 to A3. You divide it by 2. Apply. OK. Now you can see it created another point. Now you'll notice that these are all the point tools that create points. So now I'm going to select this tool here, which is a point along perpendicular. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click onto this point, and I'm going to click onto this point so it goes up. If I click on another point, it's going to go down. When we click on this point, it's going to go down. So I want it to go up, and I'm going to use A3, and I'm going to make that line 1 centimeter. Apply. OK. I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to click this same tool point along perpendicular. If you want to use the same tool again, you can always click L, and you can see by my cursor it selected the key. And then I'm going to go to this point from A5 to A. I'm going to go down, and I'm also going to go 0.5, that's half a centimeter, going down 0.5. And now you can see it created a point on the top there, and it created a point at the bottom. I'm going to now select a curve tool. I'm going down to the curves, and I'm going to choose this curved part Let's select on point A and on the point 6, and at the line at the bottom I'm going to click that, and to the bicep line, the end of the bicep line, and click enter. And now you can see it has created a line going. So using the handle tool, I'm going to select it and I'm going to carefully curve the points to form a curve. And if you look at it closely, we have now curved the armhole head. And this is going to be the front. So I'm going to change the color to, I'm going to change the line to dotted, and I'm going to create as blue. Okay, now with that done, I'm going to select the simple curve, and I'm going to click on A again. I'm going down to A3, and then I'm also going to carefully curve I'm going to use that curve. That curve is going to match with the dotted curve going straight there to balance it. And I'm going to curve this to this point here, not at the bottom. I'm going to gently curve it so it touches the point here, the point above. What I have created here is this is the front armhole is deeper than the back, and this is going to now be the back armhole point. The point at distance and angle tool, I'm going to click on A and I'm going to select that, and now I'm going to type in my wrist measurement. And select my wrist and divide it by 2. Now I have my wrist measurement. I'm going to select that measurement. Going to operation. I'm going to click on flip object by axis. I'm going to enter this. And then it says select the original point, and I'm going to select this point and apply. And as you can see, it created a point for me. There's the point here. And I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to select that tool again. And I'm going to use this as the point. And I click OK. As you can see, it created the point here. And if you note, I'm going to show you that again. I'm just going to undo that selection. You click on this tool here. It's a flip objects by axis. When you click on that, you select on the line that you want to flip over. So I want this line to go across to the left hand side. I'm going to click on this point. I'm going to click enter. And as you see that at the bottom, it says select the original point. So this is going to be my original point because I want this point to be flipped over, and so this is going to be the original. And so once I do that, you press apply, OK, and you can see it flipped that point to the left hand side. And all I need to do now is to take the line tool, and I'm going to draw a line and connect. Now, using the line tool, I'm going to connect points or the dot from here to here. I'm going to use the same tool again, and from here to here. Okay, and now I'm going to use that flip tool again. To go into operations, And using the flipping object by axis tool, I'm going to select this line here, enter, and this is the origin point. And if you can see here that the line has been transferred. Press apply, OK. At this stage, you are ready to start extracting your pieces. I'm going to go to the detail mode, and I'm going to click onto the workpiece tool. And now if you notice here, my arrow is going anti-clockwise, so it's not going to select. So in order to reverse it, I'm going to click onto Shift and then click onto the line. And you see it'll change direction. And then I'm going to click onto, that's the back part of the sleeve. And now I'm going to click onto the dotted section because that's the front part of the sleeve. I'm going to select that, and you can see it already created half of it. And then I'm going to select the rest of the lines. And now click enter. And you'll note at the bottom, it states they're ready to open all detail features, complete creating the main part. Then please press OK, which means that all the pieces that you selected are correct and it's good to go. So you just press apply or you just press OK. And now you can enter in the detail mode. If your pieces are not selected, then you cannot enter the detail mode. And there's your pattern piece. And now I got my labels that are missing onto my pattern piece. So I'll go back to the drawing, and I'm going to click onto the part that was missing. So before I do that, I'm going to click onto the segmenting of simple curve, and I'm going to select this line from A to A3. Okay, you go onto the formula wizard, and then you click on length of curves, and then you look for the part, the SPL part, which is A to A3, and that will be that line there. Click enter that, you double click or you press the N icon and it will appear under the formula, and you divide it by 2. And when you divide it by 2, then you press OK, and then you'll see that there's a point that appears here. Once you've done that, and now you go on to the detail mode again, and you click onto this insert node tool. When you click on that, you use your control key and select the pieces that was not included on your pattern piece in the detail mode. And then these are the 3 labels, and once you selected it, you press enter. You come up with these menu here, and then you see there's the 3 labels that appeared here, and make sure you go down to the piece right at the bottom, and you click on the drop down and you add it to the detail, and that's the detail that you extracted. So you click OK, and you go back to the details, you right click and options, and there's the 3 detail pieces that's there. And then now what you're going to do is you'll find that is crossed out, so you're going to actually go into the select the pieces and it's excluded, so you're going to untick the exclude, so it will appear again in it, then it will be added on here. Exclude, then you press apply, Once you press apply, you'll see the tree appearing in its rightful places. Then you click OK. And now with that done, you can add your seam allowance. You select your piece, you right click, options, seam allowance. Make sure you tick the seam allowance box and you leave or rest, and the width of the seam, you add in the width that you would like for your seam allowance. I've got it set at 1.27 centimeters. So I'm just going to click apply and OK. And now you see your seam allowance has appeared. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click onto this piece here and I'm going to select this piece and I'm going to add a pass mark. Okay, and that's the notches that you're going to add. Okay, and there's your pass mark. That's your notches on your, that's how you add your notches. But now I want to add a double notch here. So I'm going to right click on that, and then it says here, mark your angle and pass mark. So our pass mark is going to be 2 lines. And there my 2 lines has appeared on the pattern piece. And that's how you add your notches to your pattern piece. Your pattern piece, that's the center of your head and the back part of your garment. And then you're going to click Alt and L to hide your labels, and now your pattern piece is ready for saving as a PDF or adding it to your printer and printing it out. But before you do that, make sure you can add your labels. You're gonna add it as 2 times, you're gonna cut it as 2 times, and etc. And then you watch my video on how to add labels. And now you are complete.